prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing into full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from critiques of the short story through to line edits of the full-length novel and copy editing for those preparing for publication. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites, as well as help with those book blurbs and promotional material. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
This is Shut Up and Get a Customer here on KLRN Radio. Sales insights for those looking for an unreasonable amount of success. Featuring Dan Jordan, the sales energizer. Online at RemedySalesMatch.com. Dan Jordan's advice, shut up and get a customer. Find out more at RemedySalesMatch.com.
Marquis, we're back again.
I know. I'm so excited.
That's how I'm going to have to start these all the time now. Here, Larry, once again, is here, keeping the troops, keeping us on track.
On track.
Like
Careful with that thought. But that's
yeah, Tiana. She made that intro twice.
Yep.
First time she did it, were you there? Were you the one who did?
I recorded it.
You recorded. So she recorded it. She said everything perfectly, and then she said, "How's that?"
Yep.
And what did I say to her? I said, "It's perfect. but."
Need to smile.
You need to smile.
That's right.
While you talk.
That's right. It's true, isn't it?
Because you can hear it.
You can hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
And that's big. All right. So that's what you need to do. So remember this: wealth, fame, and good fortune's at your beck and call if you simply focus on one thing every day. And that one thing is get yourself a customer.
Are you okay?
That's what it's all about. Why?
I mean, you're kind of amped up today.
Am I?
Yeah.
It's called coffee.
Actually, this is weird. I haven't said this before. Today is my birthday.
I knew that. I was going to do that later in the show.
And if you don't have any music to that, then you're as awful as I thought you were.
I will sing it.
Okay.
No, I will not.
And because of that, what we're going to have to do is talk about presentations, because most people's presentations are lackluster with the most important thing, which is that energy that Tiana brought to this intro today.
What a great segue.
You see that?
I like that. You're getting better at this radio gig.
Because this is my 8th episode.
8th?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. They were going to cancel me after one.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. That's all. Oh, you're too chicken to do it. This is how, for my kids, we'd always to sing, because no one wants to sing, because when you sing, then people are judging your singing ability. So you have to change the words. So we used to say, happy birdle, dadle, toodle, yoodle. Happy birdle, dadle, toodle. Yeah, that way.
Could you imagine growing up in that household?
You can't mess up. There's no, all right.
So you guys grew up next to Andy Griffith.
Oh, my God. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Wow.
Yeah. I actually like that. You like the Andy Griffith.
Yeah, I love the
Who
show.
doesn't like the Andy
But they're
Griffith?
so clean cut.
That's right.
Well,
just like me.
Yep, that's a correct statement. Yeah, that's better.
Who is that?
That's a minion.
That's a minion?
Oh.
Oh, no, I thought it was it Heckle and Jekyll? Remember Heckle and Jekyll?
Yeah, I know Heckle and Jekyll.
I think they're sitting right here, aren't they?
Okay.
Heckle and Jekyll.
All right, we got a time for the Jim Rohn quote of the day, which is a big deal.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Jim Rohn is whom?
You know what? I could probably tell you, but people are sick of hearing it from me. Why don't you tell me who Jim Rohn is and explain it to the audience, because they might not be as amped up on him as I am.
Well, Jim Rohn is effectively, I guess, in my opinion, is the father of the modern success psychology statements. He does a lot of motivational stuff. Marquis, do you have anything to chime in there? I know you did it. You Wikipedia'd it.
Well, yeah, Jim Rohn, he died at 79. But
Oh, these Wikipedia. That's a fun. Here's the biggest thing on Jim Rohn.
Yes.
He had a student early on who you probably know as Tony Robbins.
Yes, there you go.
And Tony credits all that he does from Jim Rohn. And
yeah.
I once went to one of these speaking events where there were 6 and 7 people there, and they were all great. And every one of them, and these are top-notch people, had a quote
from Jim Rohn.
And used it. So you, my radio listener, because there's only one.
No, there's lots of listeners.
There's
only one watching us on the internet right now.
Get the benefit of this quote today. Success is not being pursued. Let me say this again. Sex is not to be pursued. Did I say sex?
You just did.
You did.
So there goes that clean-cut attitude we were thinking about.
Wow.
You know, did I tell you it's my birthday?
It is.
Your birthday.
It's one time a year, so that's on the mind. All right, so success is not to be pursued. It's to be attracted by the person you become.
See?
Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
That's good stuff. Yeah, he used to say a bunch like that, dude.
Lots and lots and lots.
It's always don't wish things were easier. Wish you were better.
That's correct.
And that's something I actually tell my kids. So Sophie Bell, I got to tell you this story.
Oh,
so
it's story time.
Sophie Bell, my 14-year-old, big time this year. She's just starting school, and so she's in high school. It's a big deal, 9th grade, all that stuff. But even more importantly, last Saturday, went on a date.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know.
Did you do what we do in our house?
It's not what? Clean the gun?
Yeah, we clean the guns and we make sure that the backhoe's fired up. And it's no problem. Shotgun, shovel, and 5 acres behind the house.
I've always dreamed of doing that, and it didn't work out because she had to meet him at some place. But anyway, so it's some movie, and my wife and I are out to dinner, and just because we want to stay close by in case we have to do anything. And so she's out there and she's watching the movie, and we got the best text of all time.
She was ready to come home?
I can't stand him.
Oh, yes.
It's a father's dream.
Yes.
Isn't that great? I mean, we actually, both my wife, we actually did this in the restaurant. Woo! Woo! Woo-hoo!
You know what's funny, though, is that I have 2 daughters. I just had my, youngest daughter a month ago, and I have a 4-year-old. So I imagine that when they start dating, they're going to be, just a little bit of me coming to the door. And I'm like, listen here, young man. Come here. I will destroy you.
I will destroy you. And I will not use the force. I will use my force.
Exactly.
I think that's great. I considered naming my son Luke. Just so when he got older, I could, when he does something bad, I could look at him and say, Luke, I am your father. That was my goal, but I didn't do that.
And me in the background, I'd be going, Luke, use the force. Use it against him. Which he's good at, by the way. Yeah,
Larry Towner.
Yes, sir.
We're talking about presentations.
We are.
And you were in charge of coming up with your 3 things that you think that a salesperson needs to do on presentations.
I do.
And then I'll come up with mine, and we can kibitz a little about it.
We can. Now, are we talking about just a straight presentation, or are we talking about prelude and preamble?
You see, what happens is a lot of times people spend a lot of time preparing their presentation and not worrying about the intro or the exit or the close and stuff like that. But the presentation can make or break the sale.
It can.
So it is important. So I'm talking about the meat of the situation, when you're actually explaining or finding out the needs of your customer.
Needs. There we go. Yes. So the big thing is, and we're gonna have to break here in a minute or two, but let's just talk about the first things. Finding the needs is the key, is it not? Because when you make your presentation, you need to cater to the needs of the customer, because after all, he's the one that buys. Isn't that right?
It made it sound so dramatic. All of a sudden, he's Orson Welles. What you're trying to say is people don't like to be sold.
That's right.
But they love
to buy.
Love to buy.
Yep.
And so the only way you can find out what they want to buy is by asking those questions on the front end.
Yeah.
And there's good questions to ask. And you can probably have 2 or 3 of them when we get back after the short commercial message, probably talking about me anyway. We'll see you on the other side.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
I feel like I'm at a bar mitzvah in 1977.
Hey, I'm sorry, Sade, I love it.
Oh my God!
I was thinking a wedding in 1979. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know what happened is in New Jersey, where I came from, when you're 13 or 12 to 14, you go on a bar mitzvah every weekend, and 2 or 3 every week. Yeah, it's nightmarish.
Right.
But it was great. I mean, that's where a young kid learns, how to act
socially
at a bar mitzvah, because it's really not like anything else.
Tell the truth. That's where a young man learns to pick up chicks. That's right. Okay, keep going.
Actually, it was a very controlled environment where parents were allowing their kids to drink because they wanted them to get drunk in front of them the first time. And so it was like it was a rite of passage.
Now, we're not saying this is proper, but it was the 70s.
Proper.
Oh, how times have changed.
Yes, how they've changed. Yes.
I think it's proper.
Well, that's your opinion, and we're just going to let it drop at that.
All right.
Now let's go back to presentations.
Yeah, presentation.
Oh, is that what you're trying to keep me on track? Because I'll just go somewhere. Here's the thing that happened. You talk about presentations because you got to watch out because a lot of times. Well, actually, I'll say it this way. So I had a guy. Did you notice my haircut? I got a haircut.
Oh, nice.
You see that?
Yeah.
I got a haircut, and I got color.
Didn't notice.
I got color.
What'd you color it, gray?
Yeah. I tried to get a little gray because it was like really gray. Actually, my wife wanted me to color because she said it was gray, and so I went ahead and did it. And
there you go.
So before I did, I was asking a bunch of people. I said, "Should I color my hair or whatever?" And I said, I don't want to look, like I'm older, because people expect if you're older, then you're not going to be able to perform, right?
Yeah.
That's distinguished and experienced.
Yeah. So I didn't want to look that distinguished, and so I asked her. So she said the nicest thing to me. Listen to this. Ready? Your personality is so large, I don't even notice your hair. And I think that's what a good presentation needs to be. It needs to be that your topic or the delivery needs to be so large that people don't look at anything else. They're getting sucked up into the moment. What do you think, Larry?
Well, yes, that's correct, but it has to be what they want to hear, right?
Well, how do you know?
Because you ask questions beforehand, you find out what they need. Well, I guess, I sell business to business, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when I go in and I talk to somebody, they have a set of needs and they have a set of challenges or problems, if you want to call it that, at the same time. So I'm always trying to uncover what they like about, what things really work for them and then what doesn't work as well as they would like it to work for them. So when I go into a presentation, of course, my product will solve their problems and give them everything that they already have that they really like, but it also helps to solve their problems. And unfortunately for me, if my product can't solve their problems, I'll tell them that, because in my business, I have to be able to do that.
Why is that unfortunate?
It's not really, because most of the time, if it's a minor thing, it works. But so that's the thing. But yes, you have to be energetic, and you've got to believe you got to say, hey, this is how we can help you. We can help you, and it's always about them, right? See, because your personality is so large that nobody notices the dressing, your hair.
Well, I got an email yesterday from a guy. It was a nice email, and again, he was looking for work. I put salespeople to work. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. And so he sends me an email, and he says, I just wanted to see if you got a chance to look at my resume and see if there was anything that I did. I'd love to be able to come and tell you how good I am, in essence, and to see if I'd be a good fit. I'm sure I could help out some of your customers or something like that. Actually, I didn't even say that last part. And I called him back because I said, your email was so terrible that I had to it's true, because nobody would respond to that email except me to tell him. Because,
just terrible. It was crazy.
It was awful. And the reason is he must have said the word I about 15 times.
It's what I can do for you.
You say, here's the deal.
What can I do for you?
It's who's the most important person in the room. So I know that he thinks he's the most important person because he's saying I, but I couldn't care less about him because I'm another human being. Who do you think I care about?
You.
Me,
really?
number one. At the end of the story. And that's who you, as foolish as you are, Marquis, you think you're the most important person in this room. So if I
we know who the most important person in the room is. He's sitting next to me.
Not really, I am. I'll just cut off mics right now and take over the show.
So if I want to get your attention,
yes,
I just need to say what you need is to earn more money and to look better in front of your clients. I have an idea that's going to help you do that. Give me a call back. Done. And you're in and out. But talking about me and my resume, for crying out loud.
Okay, so you're saying that if he would have left your message or email saying that I have something that you need,
yes,
so hire me or let me talk to you about what I have.
Yeah, well, what I want is an idea to help me earn more money and get more profit.
I like that.
And that's what
that's it.
That's what every business person wants.
It's what most people want.
So when you're in the presentation, you need to be aware of really two things. One is that they think they're the most important person in the room, so you want to talk according to what they want. And second, that their time is their most important asset.
And I'm going to add one other thing.
Well, I might not accept it.
You will. that you have the feeling that you can actually help them, that you are going to enhance their life.
Yeah, well, very good. It goes along with the saying, when I start almost every presentation, I'll do it this way. Listen, thank you so much for letting me come. I know your time is very important, so I'll be very quick. If it's something I can help you out, I'll let you know that. If I can't, I'll let you know that too. Fair enough?
I like that.
And that's effectively it.
And that's it. And
I said, what are you selling me? Because I'm sold now.
But the whole thing... The whole thing is because
what do you need?
Now, if
trust me,
of all the listeners that are watching, they saw it, but anybody else didn't. As soon as I say something like "fair enough" and nod my head, you nod your head, and you say, "Yeah, fair enough." How do you say no to that?
Well, because you've hit on all the points, right? Your opening line has hit on all the points. So you're gonna be brief. You're either going to have something for me or you're not, and if you don't, you're out.
Right. And so that
boom.
In a presentation, it must be started out with something like that puts them at ease.
Yep.
To let them know, listen, you're here to help me, number one, and if you can, you'll let me know. If you can't, you'll let me know that too. I'm not reaching into my pocket, or I'm not protecting my wallet at this point.
Well, yeah, you're not trying to get into their wallet, right? All you're trying to do is see what's up.
And
what's the deal?
Then you could start asking those probing questions.
Right.
And that's where they go. But you can't just go in with questions because, tell me what keeps you up at night. What the hell do you know?
Everybody says that, so I don't say that. I mean,
what do you say?
Well, because we're operation, we sell equipment, right? So we sell trucks, we sell equipment. And what I try to do is, I just talk to them about what do you have now and what are you doing? So we'll get back to this in a little bit, right?
But listen, go to RemedySalesMatch.com. I got some good stuff for you. Send me an email and get on my newsletter list. RemedySalesMatch.com.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls? Start saving thousands in interest and fees and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1246. 800-826-1246. That's 800-826-1246. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
Hey, KLRN Radio family, this is Joey Wensler of Wens World. Take a trip with me every single Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. An excursion to Wens World, where variety reigns.
You know, nothing looks funnier than an 80-year-old guy like Larry over here bouncing up and down when he hears the bumper music.
Oh, well... Thanks for the age reference there, birthday boy, old guy.
Do you? 51. 51.
That is 25 with 26 years of experience. I'll have you know that.
My sister is a year and a half older than me. Juliet, I should mention her name. Juliet, I told you my sister's name, Juliet Natasha.
Yeah. Second show, I think we did that.
Right.
There you go.
So she called me today, and it's just for half the year she's 2 years older than me. But now for half the year, now she's 1 year older than me.
So she's
letting
you have it.
She called me today to call
like
me.
Like a guy I know who you said was 80.
Yeah.
Right.
Close to 80. So we're back on sales and presentation. You know who are the best salespeople that need to present all the time? Take a guess.
Radio personalities. Oh, sorry.
Children.
Oh, my children.
All the time.
Oh, my gosh. You're right. But number two.
And persistent.
Number two.
Couldn't tell you.
Waiters and waitresses. Well, you know, I mean, they're closing every time. My wife and I told you about we had to go out to dinner because Sophie Bell was at that thing that shall not be mentioned. And so we went out and we had sushi. It was great.
Yep.
Found this place on, I don't know, something that said this place got great reviews. I don't know.
Yelp or something like that.
Yeah, one of those things. Got great reviews. And so we went there and we found the place, but there was another place right next to it that we thought was the first place. And so we went to the place next to it, which turned out to be great. So it worked out fine. But we went there, and the guy at the end, the waiter, after I was done stuffing my face with awesome sushi, I wish I could name the name. I'd love to give him a plug.
That's whatever.
Yeah.
Too late because you've forgotten it.
So the guy comes in, he says, after we're stuffed, he says, do you want dessert? And so, I'm like, no, we don't want dessert. He says, it's fried ice cream. You want dessert. It's hard.
And there you go.
That was his presentation.
He didn't even give you an alternate close.
He has been listening to the Dan Jordan show because he said it just like that. You want ice cream.
It's exactly what he said. You want it fried. I'm thinking it could be anything fried is good.
Yes.
You know?
Pretty much, yeah.
We
are in the deep south, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, fried hair would...
Well, I don't know.
Actually,
let's not go to.
That's good. I went to after that. We still had some time to kill, so we went to a furniture place around there to look at furniture, and I had the most. Someone was helping us with furniture. I guess a saleswoman who. I guess must have thought I was the biggest sexist in the world. I mean, she was coming down. She was the type of person that, you know, a manhole cover needs to be a person hole cover type of thing.
So that's a street access port. Just telling you.
Yeah, she was nuts. And I'm thinking, what else is there like that? So we were looking at this ottoman. And I'm thinking, ottoman?
I'm offended because I'm of Turkish descent. Well, it's not true, but anyway.
Well, it was Ottoman. And so I go, is that offensive? Is that an Otto person?
Whatever.
This is what anyway,
you're digressing.
We didn't buy anything. I'll tell you that.
What a surprise.
You know, it was a good experience, too. It was a young family there. They had two kids running around. And these parents are the best parents in the world. They trained their children to spy on them. So they didn't have to watch their kids. They said, we're going to be out here. You guys pretend like you're spying on us, and we'll try not to see you. And so they were following them all over the store.
Yes.
And they're brilliant.
And behaving to boot.
I found that when you play a game with your kids in the store, something like a spy or, this is hot lava, so you got to stand right behind me because I'm the only one that can block the hot lava, they will behave perfectly.
Isn't that great?
It's great.
So now why do people
That's a great presentation.
Why do people,
since we're on the terms of presentation.
Why do people do creative things like that with your children? And then when you get into the business world and you're presenting, segue, when you're presenting like that, all of a sudden you get all clinical and it's like, go and buy the book. You have to do this first and this second and this third. It's a bunch of garbage. Talk to them about their kids. Have them tell you a story like that and you're in.
Yep.
Because then, without asking, tell me about your family, tell me about... No, here's the secret. Say something mildly embarrassing about yourself, and they will chime in about themselves because now it's open. And you don't have to ask those invasive questions that may or may not offend them. Like, how old are you? You don't have to do that.
I'm 26 with 26 years of experience.
You know what?
Why do you ask?
I found that, I got military background,
Right.
And so all of our presentations were always PowerPoint, by the book. Hey, sir, this right here is the numbers right here. This is the numbers right here. And then you get programmed to that through high school, too. When you do a presentation in high school, you get programmed to do PowerPoints or a poster board that's strictly by the book so that when you become a salesman like you guys, you lose some of that creativity.
Some of us never got it in the first place. But
it's true. But the worst thing about it is people turn off. You ever get that somebody gives you a PowerPoint presentation and they're literally reading the board?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
And you want to listen, dude, I can read.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. It's just not, I mean, there's a lot. You need, if you need to present facts, you can do it, but you just say, look, this is what it's going to do for you. Here it is. Or this is your situation as you see it. Here you go.
Yep.
Right here. And how can we make this better? How can we do whatever? I'm a question guy. 2 minutes, right? Got it. So, I'm a question guy.
All I want to know is that the professional Larry did like that on the radio.
Did I just do that?
Yes, you did. You went, I just did it twice. Sometimes you mess up. You think you're doing something good. The other morning I go in to kiss my wife goodbye. Mm-hmm. In the morning.
It was where we want to go to this
earlier, and so I give her. I said, you know what? It was for no reason. I actually said these words. I said, you know what? I'm having overwhelming love for you. Let me give you a kiss. So I gave her a kiss. She wakes up and she goes, did you just come in here to wake me up?
After
the whole thing spoiled. That's life in the fashion.
She's
all right,
rough,
listen.
Man. Ooh.
Thank you for listening. I need you all. If you want to get throughout the week, increase your sales and get more customers, visit RemedySalesMatch.com. Find me on Facebook at Facebook.com/Dan Jordan Sales Coach and on Twitter at DJ Jordan. And remember, today you are going to knock the cover off the ball if you do one thing and get yourself a customer. See you next time. I'm the DJ.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
All writers are prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing to full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from critiques of the short story through to line edits of the full-length novel and copy editing for those preparing for publication. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites, as well as help with those book blurbs and promotional material. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
Hey, KLRN Radio family, this is Joey Wensler of Wens World. Take a trip with me every single Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. An excursion to Wens World, where variety reigns.